Hey everybody, Baz86 here, back with you doing another stream on Broken Sword 5, The Serpents Curse. Last time we left off, we went back to where it all began, which was where the old man's house was, and where his unfortunate father died in the house, got shot in the house. We found Nico found an old map. George had issues with a goat, and we had a shooter. We had to make sure we got past the shooter. Found out the shooter was the old man's brother, and we also found out that the old man had a daughter, or has a daughter. We found a secret path in a fireplace which had an old chapel inside of it, which when we found out the puzzle and what to do with it, we then found out that the fresco, as it was called, linked to the old map. Then we had to pinpoint, we found in a trunk a telegram which we had to decipher, which thanks to Curzo, me and Curzo managed to do that deciphering of that letter, or that telegram. Then we found 4 points on the map and marked them with pins. Then, just as we were about to leave the library, a Langram, who we thought worked for the FI or the MI6 Interpol, turned out to be none other than Gengal, something like that, who was the person who ended up shooting the old man's dad. He had come back because it was his great granddad or great grand. Basically, it was the son of his great granddad, something like that. Anyway, he went off with the old man. He found out where the Tadas Veritatis was, and took the old man with him. And then locked us in the library. We found a secret door, thanks to a bullet hole. We got out the library, and then we're going to pick it up from where we left off, which was at a location, tourist location up in the hills, which has cable cars and all sorts, and we're going to see if we can find out where this thing that we need is. So we're at Montserrat Courtyard, so let's go. This is where we left off.
Nice lamppost. Looking at that fence, I'd guess they had dog issues around here.
We've got Eva with us. We got the stairs to the platform. I think we were told we were going to act around like a dumb tourist.
Howdy. Is this the way up to the monastery?
Yeah, but it's shut. No one allowed in. The monks, they're on strike.
Wow. What happened? Someone make them work ungodly hours?
Nah, I don't think that was the problem.
Who is that?
Howdy, fella.
Sorry, pal. Monastery's closed. Till further notice.
Oh, gee. Well, ain't that just my luck?
Yeah, ain't it?
And my two pretty sisters here are so looking forward to seeing the monastery.
Life's full of disappointments.
Sure seems that way. And the monastery's definitely up there, huh?
It is. But it'll still be there tomorrow.
Oh, we fly back to Austin tonight.
Well, isn't that a shame?
So why's the place closed?
VIP visitors.
Wow! That's exciting. Which VIPs?
A foreign prince.
The Prince of where?
Yeah, that's the one.
Wow!
So we can't let normal folk in.
Oh, of course not. No, not if the Prince of where is there. I thought the monks had all gone home.
Aye, that's right. So the prince could be left in peace. Now, be tight.
Oh boy.
Hi there, buddy.
Sorry, we got a virus loose. Whole place is locked down.
Oh.
Virus? Oh my God. Ain't nothing worse than a VIP with a virus.
I don't know what you're talking about. Get out of here.
I suspected these guys wouldn't let us in anytime soon.
Okay. Well, that worked. Ish. We got to hear George's American.
I seriously doubt those guards belong here.
I know.
You want to try turning on the charm?
I'll try. What is she doing?
Nico usually gets what she wants. If anyone can charm those guys, it's her.
They're not letting her through.
What did he say?
He suggested I do something. I told him it was anatomically impossible.
I'm sure they're Ganon's men.
I agree.
I can't get my head around him being a Ganon. I'm gonna stick with Langham.
Good idea, George.
We need to find another way then. Let me have a look around. No way those guys are normal guards.
They're carrying guns.
I know. There's something strange going on. We're moving away from the monastery.
Yes, but with those goons in the way, we have to find a different approach.
Maybe there's some other way around, via the cable car station?
Or at least someone in the can tell us what's going on.
I don't believe there's any collectibles in this game. Wow. Oh, I thought you said wow. How are we doing today? It's warm today, Daniel. It's a very warm day, but otherwise, so-so. As normal. How's things with you, mate?
Someone's coming out. Quick, we need to hide. I think it's Langham.
Block everything off. Lock the whole place down, understand? The tabula's got to be up in the monastery. I'm sure of it. Come on.
Yes, boss.
Close all the routes up to the monastery, and then make the old man talk.
Yes, boss.
This time, don't be so gentle with him.
I'd love to know whose voice that is.
Did you
Maybe.
hear that? They haven't found it yet, but Senor Marquez must be in a bad way.
Listen, I have to follow those bastardos. I might be able to slip through on my own.
Sure. We'll see if we can find another way up. You think she'll be okay?
Eva can handle herself.
That's alright, mate. No worries. That's okay, Daniel. That's fine. Not a problem.
My God! Nico!
What is it?
This telescope! It's free!
I hate when people do that. Don't you just hate when people do that? Oh my god! What's that? Oh my god! Come over here! Whoever you're with, come over here! Yeah, what is it? What? This telescope! It's free! Oh man. In other words, I'm done with my task. I've been mostly doing a few code operations and a code cleanup. In other words, I've done with my tasks. Nice, mate. Glad to hear.
There was a small chapel perched on the edge of the cliff. It looked ancient.
Guessing we can't zoom in, can we? No.
It was the other station for the cable cars.
All in all, I think the project turned out well. Good to hear, mate. Good to hear.
There were a couple of people stuck in the cable car. They looked kind of familiar. Then I realized it was my old friends Dwayne and Pearl Henderson. The Hendersons had an uncanny way of showing up wherever I went.
Okay, I don't think there's any. Why can't I exit out of this? Now? I guess I'm supposed to look for something specific.
They didn't know I'd seen them. I needed to give them a signal. I signaled them back. I wasn't sure they'd seen it. Pearl was mouthing something and gesturing. Pearl seemed to be writing something on the window. It said, "Help, stuck. Door code 0797. The station door must have needed a code to open it. I wondered how Pearl came to know that. I idly wondered whether there was more to find by looking at the scenery.
"0797. Let's see, not much else. Been doing a lot of reading, documentation on Netcore. Nice.
Pearl had given me the code to the station door.
Zero 0797. I never played any of the Broken Sword games aside from the first one. Did you complete the first one, Daniel? I didn't either. I played a little bit of the first one, but I've never... Let's just say I've... Except this one I'm playing now, which was a long time ago, I actually watched Amanda play and complete Broken Sword, this Broken Sword. But I've never completed one, ever. Until hopefully now, or when I've completed this. Can I not come out of here? I don't quite understand what I'm looking for. Am I supposed to be looking for a secret entrance? Never completed the first one. Only played it. Oh, you same as me then. By the way, why is it called Broken Sword? I've no idea. I couldn't tell you. I don't know the reasons why it's called. They had to give it some sort of name, didn't they? Maybe it explains throughout the games why it's called what it's called. But it's just like every sort of game. A game has to have a name.
There was a small chapel perched on the edge of the cliff.
I mean, I can tell you why Final Fantasy is called Final Fantasy. Sorry, I'm not really interested in the Final Fantasy games. I never really have been. You either are or you aren't, and I'm one of those people who just aren't.
Pearl had given me the code to the station door. Pearl had given...
Yeah, you keep telling me that, but... Am I supposed to look at to why they're stuck?
The cable and wheel mechanism looked sturdy enough, but the thought of riding in that tiny cable car made my stomach flutter. It was the other station for the cable cars.
In some ways, I really wish we didn't have Google to go on. Because I can't quite understand. Like, I'd love to figure this out, but there's a part of my brain that's going, I want to check Google because I'm going to be here for a long time trying to figure out what this is, and I can't tell.
It was the other...
It won't let me come out of this. Am I supposed to?
They already knew I'd seen them. I idly wondered whether there was more to find by looking at the scenery.
It's actually quite an interesting story. Square, now Square Enix, wasn't doing so well at the time. They were on the verge of bankruptcy in 1986. Final Fantasy was on their last hurrah before they went out of business, but the game ended up selling really well and saving the company. Is that it in a short version?
The cable and wheel mechanism looked sturdy enough.
Oh, this is ridiculous. I'll be here all day. I could already hear you, Daniel. No, don't do it. You'll find it. No. I know I said at the beginning I wasn't going to, but I'm just seeing what. Oh, you've got to be flipping kidding me. Okay. Alright. Like I was supposed to see that. Yeah, I know. I know, Daniel. I know.
Wait, what's that? That rock looks familiar. Nico, take a look at this and tell me what you see.
You're right. That rock looks like a head.
I've seen that shape before. Take a look at this. The face in the Ouroboros. It's exactly the same shape as that rock.
That can't be a coincidence.
And you know what? Langham's got the forged picture. The one without the face.
So the rock won't have meant anything to him.
Nico, I don't think the tabula's up at the monastery. I think it's down there somewhere, around that rock. Glass canopies sparkled in the sun. Would have been a pain to clean those. Pearl and Dwayne's cable car was hanging from that cable.
Do you like clicking point and click games, Daniel? Are you a fan of them? Or do you like to be immersed in the action?
The tracks for the train ran below. Come on, Nico. Pearl's giving me the code to the door.
What? Pearl? Who? How?
Trust me, Nico. I've got friends in low-hanging places. Huh. There's no one here.
Looks like everything has been shut down.
The cable cars were scheduled to run all day. The wheels were part of the cable car mechanism. There was no lock. but the door wouldn't open.
Go away!
Hello?
George, there's someone in there.
Are you all right in there?
Just go away.
Wait, please. We mean you no harm. Please, come out.
I'm staying right here until I know it's safe.
I guess she's not coming out, Daniel.
A metal lunchbox. Someone sure wanted to keep their cheese safe.
Hey, is anybody there?
Whoa. Did you hear that?
We're stuck in here. Help!
How about that, Nico? A talking lunchbox. What will they think of next? I better take it with me. No one was manning the counter.
I'm also curious about some visual novel games and get them for the right
The
price.
control panel looked complicated. It wasn't powered up, and the smell of burnt electrical components hung ominously in the air.
That's a generator, isn't it? No. I thought it was.
There was a large console in the corner. I guessed it operated the cable cars. There was a big lever on the console. Intriguing. I've always loved levers.
I don't think I want to pull it.
The cogs turned, but the rest of the mechanism didn't seem to be engaging.
If in doubt, pull it.
The control panel looked complicated. It wasn't powered up.
Okay. Donkey Literature Club, and I think it's called Slay the Princess, are on my radar. Are they PC games, Daniel?
Wait, please. We mean you no harm. Please, come out.
I'm staying right here until I know it's safe.
How do you know it's not safe?
How do we persuade her to come out?
We need to make friends with her.
Looked like a small closet.
I think they're available everywhere. They're all right. That's one of your famous sayings, Daniel. I would actually hate if someone told me something ran on a potato. Wouldn't you? I wouldn't trust it very much.
The cables were suspended in a huge contraption that ran the cable cars up and down. That was never going to work. That...
We have a cookie.
You must be hungry in there. Would you like a cookie?
No, go away.
Jesus. Really?
That was...
Okay. Okay.
The huge cogs were part of the cable car mechanism. They looked very powerful.
Right, so he's not going to do anything with this. He's not going to do anything with this. We don't have anything in here to help with it. Don't discount the power of the mighty Tater.
With Langham and his thugs out there, it was far too dangerous to be walking about. Besides, I was convinced that we could make the cable cars work from in here.
We don't have any batteries. We can't seem to get this to
The
work.
control panel looked complicated. It wasn't powered up. The control panel looked...
Okay. Right. Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a flask or in a stew, if you're so inclined. What's the lunchbox for?
Can you get this open?
No, sorry. I don't think a press card and a mop would be much use there. Maybe there's something in this station we can use.
Jesus.
The box was now wedged in the cogs, or rather, the giant can opener.
Yeah, because that seems logical. Put a lunchbox near a bunch of cogs and see what happens. Okay. We'll just go with that.
That's quite a mess you've made there, George.
What else am I supposed to do?
You know what they say about making omelets, Nico?
You can't make them without strawberry jam?
Huh, no. Where's she going? Right, can I pick this up?
Just as I thought, it's a two-way radio.
Can anyone hear me?
Dwayne, this is George. George Stobart.
Holy cow, George, just the fella I need. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, Dwayne. And don't you worry, I'll have you out of there in a minute.
You reckon you can get the cable car running again?
No, the console isn't working properly. I've got no idea why not.
George, this is Pearl. Get Kat to help you. She knows everything about that place.
Kat? Is she the girl in the closet?
locked herself in. Oh dear. Let me talk to her, darling.
Cat? Wait, please. We mean you no harm. Please, come out.
I'm staying right here until I know it's safe.
Do I call her on the phone or just... No.
Cat? I found you a friendly voice.
How do you know my name?
Cat, dear, it's me, Pearl.
Pearl? How did you get here? That's not possible.
Listen, darling, it really is me. But I'm talking on the radio. George here is a very decent guy, and you should open the door.
I'm not going to fall for that. Prove it's you.
All right. Remember we discovered we both love musicals?
Yeah? And my favorite one is?
How does it go now? Help out. I am the very model of a modern major general.
Of information, vegetable, animal, and mineral.
I know the kings of England and I quote the fights historical.
From Marathon to Waterloo in order categorical. I'm very good in integral and differential calculus.
I know the scientific names of beings and of malculus.
In short, it matters vegetable, animal, and mineral.
I am the very model of a modern major general.
Well, there we go.
Alright, only Pearl would know that, and I trust her. Who are you?
I'm George, and this is Nico. How did you end up in a closet?
There were some guys with guns. They took over the whole station. I hid in here.
We're trying to avoid them too.
I was quite surprised, you know. They never mentioned guns at the job interview.
Really? We need to use the cable car. Can you operate it?
Yeah, if the console was working, but they sabotaged it.
And there's no way to get it started?
There might be. Let me see.
It's got something to do with that generator. I think that's a generator.
See that burned out fuse down there?
In the back by the prongs?
Yeah. The idiots stuck a spanner in there and blew the fuse. They wanted to make sure no one could use the cable cars. Connect those two prongs somehow, and the console should restart.
How on earth are we going to reach that?
I don't know. But don't stick your arm in there. You'll get fried.
Huh. I also made a ton of progress in Blasphemous 2. I think I'm about 75% completion. Now the hard part starts, doing the remaining 25%. Yeah, there's probably going to be a very difficult boss that you're going to have to get through or do. Where's he? Daniel, honestly, where's the spanner? I can't see the spanner or the prongs. Where? Am I just blind or what? Oh, I don't want to be putting a paperclip in here. Let's see.
It was the only area that was safe for me to touch. Anywhere else would have given me one hell of a shock. I could only safely touch the area right at the front.
And what bit is that?
I needed to avoid touching anything that could give me a shock.
Yeah, you're just looking at it, man.
I needed to avoid touching.
Okay. Alright. Jesus.
I needed to electrically connect the 2 prongs to hotwire the console.
I don't see the spanner.
The console looked complicated and dangerous.
I definitely don't see what you're supposed to interact with. Neither do I.
Hi, it's Cat, isn't it?
Yeah, Cat D.
Catty. And you run the station?
No, this is just a summer job.
We got some questions.
So, what do you do when you aren't locked in cupboards?
I'm a designer.
Oh, I knew a designer once. She...
George, we're in a bit of a hurry here.
Of course. I was just curious about Cat.
Yes, I bet.
How come you know about repairing consoles?
I like to know what I'm working with.
Got any ideas how I'm gonna reach those prongs?
Don't you have something useful in your pocket?
Yep, most likely.
Hang on. Somebody said that a ball of yarn might come into handy. Is this gonna help?
Nope.
Looks like we're going for everything that we've got.
The paperclip would do the trick connecting the 2 prongs. But I didn't want to just throw it in there. I might miss.
Really? I don't see how a cockroach is gonna help.
Trevor could help. But I couldn't just throw him in there. I set him down at the edge where it was safe. That was never...
Ah, Jesus. This is gonna get really silly.
I realized if Trevor could carry the paperclip, then he could hotwire the prongs. But the clip would fall off his back before he got there. Never in...
Okay, this is gonna be a Trevor blooming thing, but I don't see how. No, that's not gonna work. Oh, wait.
That was all...
Huh.
Nope. That was... Not a snowball.
This is gonna be really weird because I don't.
That what? That would be pointless.
Can you get the yarn to the paperclip? No.
They didn't go together.
That's a negative. I definitely don't see what you're supposed to interact with, but I think the prongs are on the bottom right corner. I don't know where this spanner is. I don't see it.
That they did never. Trevor loved that cookie, but I wanted to make him work for his reward.
How? There's something I'm missing. I don't have a clue what it is, but there's something I'm missing. Wait, I didn't check the cupboard. Let's check the cupboard. Leave Trevor there.
Nothing of interest in there.
Ah, fan-freaking-tastic.
The cable cars were skipped.
jam.
Strawberry jam was smeared all over the machinery. The box was mangled beyond repair.
Can I do anything with it?
That was... That was... Well, I'd done stranger things in my life. The paperclip was now all sticky.
Right. So if the paperclip is on there, we put a sticky paperclip.
I stuck the paperclip onto Trevor's back. He was now fully equipped.
Good boy, Trevor.
Jesus Christ. Now what do you do? Talk to him?
That was all. I put Trevor down. He was going to help me solve my little problem. There was no way I could reach that far.
Jesus.
That wouldn't... Trevor loved that cookie.
What am I supposed to do?
I put Trevor down. He was going to help me solve my little problem.
How?
Good boy, Trevor.
He's not even moving.
There was no way.
There's gotta be something else I'm missing.
I needed a better...
Zero. I've got no clue. Give it a cookie. I did. Oh, this is why I rarely play point and click games. Takes forever to figure out some things. I don't want to Google it. Give it a cookie. I've got no clue. Neither do I. I don't want to use that because that's not going to make any sense.
That would be...
That's not going to make any sense.
That was... That was almost...
Jesus.
That was...
There's got to be something else I'm missing. I don't know what it is.
Any ideas on how to reach those prongs in the console?
Oh, if only we had some rubber gloves.
I should have asked Annette for hers.
Well, you can't take everything, George.
The wheels were part of the cable... Strawberry jam was smeared all over the machinery.
Is it the yarn as well?
That was...
Nico, where are you going?
That kind of... That wouldn't work. That would be point...
I don't quite understand what Nico's doing.
That... That would have been in contravention of at least...
Ah, for God's sake. Can't do this, can't do that.
Not a snow... Strawberry jam was smeared all over the machinery. The console looked complicated and dangerous.
You're damn right it looks complicated. Can't fold anybody.
That was never gonna happen. That wouldn't work. Nope.
It's not that. It's not the cookie.
Trevor loved.
It's not the yam.
That was never gonna happen. That was...
How do you get him moving? I don't...
That was... Good boy, Trevor.
He's not even out of his bloody basket. What?
Good boy, Trevor.
Not even out of his box.
Nope.
Don't know why that would work.
That was... That was... That was...
Jesus. So at the moment the cockroach has a sticky jam paperclip on his back. I can't touch the prongs.
There was no way I... There was no way I...
I'm wondering if there's a switch to turn off the hatch. I don't know why she's standing there.
The cogs would no longer turn. The control panel, it wasn't...
Ah, Jesus.
So, what's down there?
There's a little chapel called Santa Cova.
Did those guys go down there too?
Nah, I think they settled for closing down the cable cars.
How do you know Pearl?
She and Dwayne came through here this morning.
You seem like old friends.
I know. It's almost as if I'd seen her before.
Would you like to talk to Pearl again?
No, thank you. Let's just find a way to rescue them.
I'm trying to, but I don't get... There's nothing in the boxes. There's nothing in the panels. Blooming blazes. I have to, because otherwise I'm just going to be standing there wondering what the heck to do. Oh, for crying out flipping loud. Urgh. Oh yeah, because it was so simple. Wow. Yeah, because I would have thought of that in a million years. You know what the answer is? To stick the rich tea on the prongs.
Go, Trevor, go! Poor Trevor looked like he needed therapy, but the console was working.
There you go. Well, that was a no-brainer, right? Yeah, because that's what you do.
The console, it's working.
That's what you do. You chuck rich tea into a
I can send
hatch.
you down there if you want. Let me just bring the cable car up here.
Pearl and Dwayne are going to be mighty relieved.
Oh, they must have been going down in the other cable car.
Come on, Nico. There's no time to lose.
Bloody no-brainer, that one.
As we got closer to the face in the rock, I knew for sure that we were on the right track. It was definitely the same as the face in the painting, but with one difference. The symbol of the tabula was missing from the rock formation. Well, here we are.
But no way to reach the face. Let's have a look around. There must be a way up. There had to be a way to get to that rock face.
Are we Nico at the moment? Yeah, we're Nico right now.
George, the chapel looks like it's been built right into the rock.
You're right. We should take a look inside.
I wonder, how old do you think the chapel is?
Now, I'm guessing the exterior's a couple of 100 years old, but the inside? Who knows? Some parts could be much older.
I think I remember this bit-ish.
You think somehow this chapel might be connected to the face in the rock?
At a guess, I would say so. Hey, look, it's Pearl and Dwayne.
Come on, honey bun. Things ain't that bad.
You just don't understand. Today's been a disaster.
But
The monastery was closed. We got stuck in the cable car. And now this place is a building site.
aw, sweetie pie.
This was supposed to be the spiritual highlight of our trip, Dwayne. But the only spirit I see is that rotten turpentine over there.
Aw, heck.
Clearly, the Hendersons weren't having a great vacation.
Right, I'm just going to save it here because I've got a feeling something's coming up that I sort of remember and sort of vaguely don't remember, but I remember, I vaguely remember Amanda having some issues on this.
Crank handle. The wall here was made of bare rock. It looked like the chapel had been built right into it.
That's what we just said.
An old candelabra hung from the ceiling.
We got paint pots. Black Madonna.
A statue of the Madonna and Child watched over the chapel.
We got a coffee. A builder's.
An empty, coffee-stained mug had been left by the altar. A modern plaster altar had been built against the rock. Wood shavings. This was one building site that needed Mr. Tidy. They smelt exotic.
Do I need to get them?
My mother always said cleanliness is next to godliness.
Must be a reason.
A battered oil drum had been tucked into the scaffolding. A paint can was hanging from a piece of wood. It looked just like its neighbor. A paint can. It looked just... The scaffolding was a little loose. Everything rattled. It made a surprisingly dulcet noise.
What?
It produced a dull sound when I rapped my knuckle against it. It produced a dull sound. It produced a dull sound.
Fire extinguisher? Turpentine? What the hell? What do I need that for? Was that a hammer? Yeah, it was a mason's hammer. There's something about that.
The hammer produced a promising sound. A. That sounded like an A. B, if I wasn't mistaken. That didn't sound right.
Didn't even sound like it was a sound.
Wrong.
No. We're trying to make a tune here, I think. It's got to be the oil drum, right?
G.
What?
A.
How do you know your notes, Daniel? I've forgotten all mine. I feel like. Let's see. G.
G. A. A. B. G. B. A. A. B. It was rickety scaffolding cluttered with tools and supplies. Well, that was fun.
Let's go over here.
Pearl. Shh. She doesn't want to be disturbed.
Great to see you again, Mr. Henderson.
Great to see you too, George. Great work back there with the cable car.
Is Pearl okay?
I wish. I'm afraid we're having one of those days where everything goes wrong.
Tell me about it. What have you been up to since we last met in Quaramonte?
Well, there was that little sideshow in Rome, but we can't talk about that. You know why, George.
I do? I mean, I do.
Why?
Top secret.
Need to know, Nico.
Need to know, basically.
Dwayne is, snoozer.
Don't you mean a sleeper?
No way, honey. A snoozer's at least 2 pay grades up from a sleeper. So I hear. Anyway, I don't believe I've had the pleasure, Miss,
Nicole Collar. Call me Nico.
Well, how's about that? So this is the beautiful Nico. No wonder you've been hiding her away from me, Georgie boy.
Guys, no,
It's lovely to finally meet you too, Mr. Henderson. George has told me so much about you.
Oh, call me Dwayne, my dear. And let me assure you of one thing. Everything you've heard is quite possibly true.
Dwayne was loud, large, and short-sighted, but boy was he a charmer. Is there anything we can do for Pearl?
I sure as hell hope so, George. She's been planning and researching this trip for years, our little pilgrimage. And Santa Cova Chapel here was the cherry on the cake. Not a thing she don't know about.
Yeah, I
this
did,
place.
Daniel. Yeah.
Madonna, blah, blah, blah. Chapel built in, yada, yada, yada. She's Santa Cova's very own walking encyclopedia. Well, weeping encyclopedia, I should say.
So, what brings you to Santa Cova?
Pearl's idea from the get-go. Ever since the unfortunate car accident back home, she's been scouring those pilgrimage brochures. Gotta be full of wonder and life-changing imagery. Got to have penance potential. Got to offer a real spiritual experience.
Well, I'm sure this place will be very spiritual once it's finished.
If the chapel is not what she expected, how about the monastery?
Hot dog, no. That place is for tourists, not pilgrims.
The solution was to, once we put the cockroach in front of the hatch, standard gaming procedure, mate. You saw the sticky jam on the I've had an absolute mind blank. I really have. Sticking the jam onto the paperclip. That's it. Sticking the jam on the paperclip. Sticking that jam onto the cockroach. And then with the biscuit, we had the cookie. You chuck the cookie or the cookie crumbs into the hatch. So you threw the cookie crumbs onto the prongs. The cockroach goes into the hatch, and then gets well, he didn't die, but he got a little bit of electrocution from the thing. But the paperclip went onto the prongs, and the console worked. Perfect game logic right there. And now we find ourselves, the cable car's working, Pearl and Dwayne are down here, and we are now inside this area here, which has got a building site. So, obviously, yeah, obviously.
You said she expected a spiritual experience?
No, that's what the brochure promised. Pilgrimages, little monk fellas, singing, shafts of light, the whole shebang.
Smells, bells, and heavenly lights.
Yeah, that's what the lady wanted.
And now she's crying. And now she's crying because everything's gone to shit.
Oh, excuse me. Pearl needs me. There, dear.
Pearl could be a mine of information about the chapel, if we could just cheer her up. Pearl.
No, it's not happening.
Shh. She doesn't want to be disturbed.
Hi, Dwayne.
Hey, George.
Did you see the Black Madonna?
Oh, you betcha. She's the little lady we came to see. Though Pearl's in too much of a state to even look at her.
Hey, that tune you were whistling earlier, it sounded familiar.
Oh, it's Schubert's Ave Maria. In our courting days, me and Pearl used to hang out with the Campanology Society. It was Pearl's favorite.
Why have I got a bottle of turpentine?
I was sure he did. How's Pearl doing?
She's pretty upset, George.
Well, maybe she just needs a hug.
Is that the best you got? The last time she was in a mood like this, I tried the old hug routine.
Didn't go well?
I still have the scars, not just the mental ones.
What, she beat you up? she beat you up, did she? Right, it's got to be some...
Excuse me, Pearl needs me. There, dear.
Hang on, Nico. Hang on, Nico. Ave Maria.
Hey, Nico. So, what did you mean by smells, bells, and heavenly lights?
I'm talking about the authentic church experience.
Oh, I see. Smells, bells, and heavenly lights. Any idea how old the chapel is?
That's what I asked you.
So, we basically don't know anything.
That's the long and short of it, George.
I found a statue over there. A Black Madonna.
Great! What did you find out about it?
That's all I got.
Well, it's not a lot to go
Daniel,
on.
how are your notes? In the sense of, if you saw some notes, would you know what they were? I haven't looked at notes on a sheet of paper for a very long time. Would you know what notes are in what if you saw them?
Poor Pearl.
She's in quite a state. If we're going to find the tabula, her knowledge is key.
So, all our hopes are pinned on an American tourist.
I pin my hopes on an American tourist all the time.
Got any ideas for smells?
Have you found any incense? Church smells don't get much more authentic than incense.
Incense.
Candles could be heavenly. But Pearl had already claimed this little oasis of spirituality as her own. I needed something more striking to get her attention. The view over the valley was spectacular. The view... The scaffolding was a little loose. Everything rattled. It made a surprisingly dulcet noise.
What are those notes, Daniel? Come on, Daniel, did you see them? I thought you might be good at notes. No? The reason he's whistling is because there's something you got to do with it. But because if you go over to the scaffolding, you're not going to see those notes. Wait, hang on. So
The hammer produced a promising sound.
So it's
B.
What are you up to?
Look, I made a Churchenspiel.
Do you see those notes again?
B. A. A. B. G.
Two. So there's a B, an A, an A, and a G. Do. Hang on. That. Jesus Christ.
Well, that was fun. Hey, Nico.
What is the bottle of turpentine for?
That wouldn't work. It was a half-empty bottle of turpentine.
Yeah. Do with what?
The hammer produced a promising sound. G. A. A. B. A. G. That was fun. I poured the turpentine into the paint can. The hammer produced a promising sound. F sharp. G. F sharp. G. B. A. G. I had it. It was the tune Dwayne was humming.
Josh, that's Ave Maria. Let me have a go.
Wow, you really nailed that, Nico.
Yep, this mop really is pretty special. Leave this to me.
Hi, Dwayne.
Hey, George.
What were you whistling again?
Oh, it's Schubert's Ave Maria.
How's Pearl doing?
She's still pretty upset. Wait, is that Ave Maria? Pearl's favorite.
How you holding up?
Me? Oh, I'm fine. Pearl, on the other hand.
What can you tell me about Santa Cova?
Well, Pearl's the expert, not me. She knows everything there is to know about this chapel. Oh, excuse me. Pearl needs me.
How do you get him to...
There, dear.
Nico? How come your Ave Maria sounds so much better than mine?
Catholic upbringing.
Poor Pearl.
To find the chapel in this state, especially after so much research.
Hey, do you think she might know what the rock face means?
Maybe, but we're not going to get anything out of her in this state.
What should I do about the lights?
I don't know. But the Black Madonna is the most exceptional relic here. Maybe we could highlight her somehow.
Bingo. That's got to be with a match, right?
The Black Madonna was clearly the focal point of the chapel. That would be pointless. That wouldn't work. I needed a better...
What the hell's wood shavings do?
They didn't go. I decided to exhaust my other options before I started smashing up religious artifacts. I didn't want to set my pants on fire.
Wait, hang on.
I sprayed the shavings with Brett. Delightful.
Right.
That wasn't worth trying. It was an empty That's...
What in the world do you do with potpourri?
Well, that didn't...
So, what do you think about Ava Marie? It's just... I don't know what you want me to say to that, mate. There's something I'm missing and I'm not sure what it is. Wait, there's a... Hang on, what's that? There's a... That's a mirror, isn't it? No.
An old candelabra hung from the ceiling.
Can we put that alight?
The candelabra was too high for me to reach. Well, it seemed like...
Can we bring it down?
Decorating the candelabra with yarn was always fun at Christmas, but clearly a waste of time there.
Oh, the crank. Oh, bloody flipping hell, of course. Because that is so obvious, you know.
I lit the candles on the candelabra. The Black Madonna was clearly the...
Right, bring this down again. But of course, it's elementary, my dear Watson. Oh, of course it is. Yes, because it all makes flipping sense.
That was almost... Decorating the can...
Oh, for crying out bloody loud.
That wouldn't...
The medat? No.
I didn't think a red film... I rested the side mirror precariously on the candelabra.
Oh.
Never...
Why would you put a side mirror on a chandelier? Can't you use it to hold on to?
I rested the side mirror precariously on the candelabra.
Yes.
I secured the mirror in place with some yarn.
That should do the trick.
Now that was something. The light from the candelabra spilled over the Black Madonna like waves of spiritual goodness in candle form.
Right. So we've got that. Let's go back over to Dwayne.
Hi, Dwayne.
Hey, George.
What were you whistling again?
Oh, it's Schubert's Ave Maria.
How's Pearl doing?
She seems to be feeling a bit better. Ave Maria, the way the light falls on the Madonna. Maybe this place isn't so bad after all.
Okay, buddy. Flip it out, stop crying.
Oh, excuse me. Pearl needs me. There, dear.
I didn't want to disturb.
Again, there's something I'm missing. Why is she crying? Because everything's gone badly. Everything's gone badly, and she's upset that the trip isn't going very well.
It was a stone carving showing a kneeling figure. Praying to the Madonna, probably.
Yeah, because everything's gone wrong, she's upset. So we're trying to help her. I've lit the Black Madonna. The Black Madonna's lit. What? Come on, Nico. What? Nico's
Hey,
kind
Nico.
of like your. What do you do next?
I have a great idea for smells. We could spray some bread on Pearl.
Well, that's one way to send her to heaven.
So he's got. Hang on.
How do you like my lights, Nico?
They look heavenly, George.
How come your Ave Maria...
Catholic.
I made some potpourri for your wife.
Well, that's awfully kind of you, George. But my woman isn't so fragile that she would need smelling salts. Oh, excuse me. Pearl needs me. There, dear.
Ah, Jesus God. Just again, something I'm missing.
I put the scented shavings in the mug. I lit the scented shavings. A sweet aroma started to fill the room.
Pumpkin? Oh my!
What?
The sound of angels, the lights of heaven, the smell of piety, and
Yes?
the Madonna, I do believe. Tears. She's crying, Dwayne! The Madonna's crying. Little Timmy. Wrong side of the road. Not my fault. Broken leg. Compensation claim. Forgive me, poor Timmy.
Oh, Pearl, my precious. You're such a sensitive soul.
Well, now that's done. I feel my soul's floating on air. We can get on with our pilgrimage, Dwayne.
Just another 1,000 clicks to go.
Pearl was back to her usual cheery self.
Where
Hey,
we?
Dwayne!
George!
Hello, dear.
So, Pearl, what have you been up to since we last met?
Well, George, I've been on a journey.
Oh, really? Well, what kind of journey?
A spiritual one. A journey along the road to enlightenment.
Wow. And is that what brought you here?
It is. Though Santa Cova is but one step on that road.
What's so special about Santa Cova?
It's an ancient and very holy place. I've spent the last year researching it, and I can truly say there is nothing I do not know about it.
I don't suppose you'd know anything about that rock out there?
No, only that for 1,000 years, people have claimed to see a face in its shapes.
Still, keeping busy, Dwayne?
Like the man said, George, that old kaleidoscope keeps getting shaken, and the pieces are ever in flux.
Guess it's your job to pick 'em up, huh?
Well, somebody has to do it, compadre.
I enjoyed talking to Dwayne, but I was rarely any the wiser afterwards. What can you tell me about the statue?
I read that the Black Madonna has been here since the 9th century. She's called the Virgin of Montserrat. Some say the original was moved to the cathedral. But Dwayne and I know that's just a bluff, don't we, honey?
We sure do. This one is the real McCoy.
What can you tell me about Santa Cova?
Well, dear, they call it the Chapel of the Holy Grotto. It was built directly into the mountain itself in 1696. It survived the Napoleonic Wars, mudslides, Civil War. But the chapel is still standing today. It's a miracle.
Or a restoration.
What was that, dear?
Yes, a miracle.
He said that through his teeth. Or restoration. It's easy to do. You can easily say things through your teeth.
Dwayne, does this mean anything to you?
I don't know. Pearl?
I don't know.
Oh, nothing, dear. Apart from the obvious Gnostic connotations, of course.
What?
You know, the Dominicans. All those Gnostic saints. Doubting Thomas, Judas, and you see the woman in the red cloak? The infamous Mary Magdalene herself.
A lady in red.
That's enough now, Dwayne. You know my feelings about her.
Pearl knew her Gnostic onions, all right.
Oh, there's the Ouroboros, of course.
Something special about it?
Well, if I remember rightly, there was an Ouroboros right here in this chapel. Back in the 30s and 40s, the chapel was renovated. The workmen uncovered numerous symbols carved in the rock. Amongst them was a fine Ouroboros.
But that's amazing. So, where is it?
Oh, it's not there now.
Oh.
Oh.
It was considered blasphemous, so they plastered over it.
Oh,
Sweetheart, I think it's time for us to go. The road to enlightenment waits for no woman.
'Tis the pilgrim's lot, George.
It was so nice to see you again. And meet your girlfriend.
We're not...
Take this radio, Nico. Never know when you might need it. Keep an eye on our boy George here.
Poor little lost lamb.
I'm not...
Don't worry, this little lamb's in safe hands.
Ah, for crying out
Bon
bloody
voyage.
loud. Bon voyage.
Bye-bye, dears.
I don't really have an opinion on it, Daniel, I have to admit.
See ya.
I don't really know. I'm sure you've got plenty of opinions on it.
Nico, don't even start.
Little lamb?
Let's focus on the task in hand, shall we? Okay. This Ouroboros that Pearl mentioned...
You're right. We need to find it.
That wasn't worth trying. It was a wall of rock.
Okay, I'm just gonna save it just again. Just in case anything was to happen. It's pretty cool. A snake eating itself. That's what the symbol looks like, at least. Yeah, I know that bit. I know that.
I already had a candle.
Oh, do you not want to pick another one up? Okay.
The view of...
Okay, you're not gonna do anything there. There's nothing else in the toolbox.
Nope. That wasn't...
Oh, come on.
Hey, Nico. Got any ideas?
Let's find the Ouroboros that Pearl mentioned.
I found a statue over there. A black Madonna.
Great! What did you find out about it?
Nothing.
That's all I got.
Well, it's not a lot to go on.
I didn't want to set my pants on fire. I didn't want to set my pants...
Oh, for Christ's sake. Can I... Oh, hang on. Oh.
The crank handle was connected to the candelabra.
Okay. Recess? What?
There was a recess in the wall with a Latin word carved above it. Puritas. Purity. I'd seen that word before somewhere. Father Simeon claimed that the symbol represented the Tabula Veritatis. That would be The scent of incense was rising from the mug. Divine. It was a wall of rock. That was almost a great...
Jesus,
I needed a better idea. That wouldn't work. That wouldn't make any... We couldn't leave now. Not when we were so close to finding the tabula. I couldn't see anything unusual about it. A modern plaster altar had been built. I hoped this was the right thing to do. Hey, Nico, I found the Ouroboros.
So what now?
Pearl was right. The plaster had covered an Ouroboros. I pushed the Ouroboros, but nothing happened. I couldn't see anything unusual about it. What was that noise? I knew it. Another secret passageway.
Amazing, George. How did you do it?
Just another case of the old Stobart magic, I guess, Nico. It looks a little dark in there.
Are you scared, George?
Of course not. Just worried about you tripping, that's all. Whoa, this is one dark cave.
Oh, I wouldn't walk. Yeah, I wouldn't walk in there.
It's the door that worries me, George.
Well, I'm sure the door will open again if we give it a minute. No need to panic.
I'd be panicking. I'd be panicking. No.
Now we panic.
Help!
No one's there.
I gotta say, Nico, you're pretty calm about this.
Traveling with you, George, I've got used to this kind of thing. If I panicked every time a door shut behind us, probably forever, well...
You're right. What was I thinking? You see if you can get the door open, and I'll go check out the...
Whatever that is.
Dark, evil-smelling cave.
Oh, God.
Fumbling around in the dark wasn't going to be fun. But heck, I'd spent a lifetime doing it, so what was new? The wall felt like it had something carved into it.
Oh, it's got to be a match, right? Uh-huh. Hang on. Jesus.
I didn't want to use my last match until I absolutely needed to.
So what, you're just going to run around... This is your last match? What the piss... Jesus.
It felt cold and smooth, like worn stone.
Big thing.
It was cold to the touch and felt like carved rock. It was stone with a recess in it and... ugh. an oily liquid in it. There was some kind of thin twine in the middle of it, too.
Fuzzy round thing. God.
It was a small stuffed animal of some kind.
It's a goat.
Short-haired. I guessed it was a tailless squirrel. Or perhaps a small badger? It was a flat surface, like stone. The stone door had sealed us in. No way would we have been able to prise it open.
Ah, boy. So we got a wall. Tool thing. A tool thing.
The thing had branches like a tree.
Smooth stone. Big thing. Bottomless pit.
For a moment, I imagined falling forever in the dark. But it was just my imagination running wild. The floor was solid.
Yeah, I can feel why you would think that. Fuzzy round thing, stone object. Big thing, smooth stone. Tall thing, wall. Squidgy hole.
I could feel something smooth and spherical with clumps of what felt like fur or hair.
Stony thing.
It felt cold and smooth, with some indentations along the surface.
Squidgy hole.
It was just my mind playing tricks in the dark. I had no idea what might be lurking in the darkness.
Well, I'd use your last match.
I needed to save the match. I only had one shot.
Unidentified.
Using my last match to identify the fabric was not going to get us out of there. It was a small round object made of fabric with a musty smell. I was pretty sure it was some sort of stone table.
She's on the table.
Hi.
That sounds Amanda, Daniel.
Hi, Daniel.
Daniel says hey.
Hello, hello, hello. I can't see anything. We definitely need a break in here.
I can't because I'm in a bit where I'm...
Oh, you're on Brad Facade?
Yeah.
Where are you?
She's there on the table right in front of you.
I can't see. Oh, yo.
She's there.
Hello, come on. Hello.
Daniel says hi.
Hi, Daniel. Oh, God. Nice bleeding handle.
Amanda's stuck in the room. Matt, turn. Look to your left. Look to your left. Right. Go forward. Reach your hand out and feel the door. You got it? Amanda's playing her own version of Broken Sword.
Where's our lead?
Dunno. It's in here, if you're taking her outside.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Gonna start the octave as well. Can you leave it open?
No, because I can't see.
Oh, okay.
We have been stuck on this bit for hours. I wouldn't say for hours, Daniel. That's a bit dramatic. For a couple of minutes. Making me sound like I don't quite know what I'm doing. There's got to be something in here. Stony thing. Stone object.
That was...
Hey, it's been a very long couple of minutes.
Hi.
Any luck opening the door?
No.
No, not yet. If you find some light, we can search the rest of the room.
I needed some light to tell what the carvings were. The match might have helped, but it was the only one I had.
I'd use it.
Hey, Nico, I think I found some light. Whoa.
It must be Ganon. Ramon said he disappeared while searching the mountains for the tabula.
So this is where he ended up. Dead in a cave. Hole in the head dead. Decomposing for decades dead. And on closer inspection, I'd even say blown your own brains out dead.
He shot himself.
Okay, George, I get the point. What is this place?
Who knows? But look at the Gnostic symbols.
You're right. The colors, the trees. But who is she?
Mary Nightingale.
Looks like the Virgin Mary, but I don't
it's Mary.
think it is.
It's Mary. What's her
What
face?
do you mean?
The red robes and that whole off-the-shoulder look?
It's Mary.
It must be Mary,
Mary
Magdalene.
Magdalene.
Of course. Marquez told me that the Gnostics revered her. This place, it's some kind of Gnostic shrine.
There's got to be something to release that door. Maybe amongst these carvings.
But if it was that obvious, don't you think Ganon would have found it?
Right, let's just check the table first.
Ganon had certainly been busy before he blew his brains out. I wonder what he'd been up to.
So we got a
The
photograph.
photograph was of an ancient clay tablet. Ganon had written on it. Someone, presumably Ganon, had taken the time to translate the inscription. At a glance, the inscription seemed to relate to the exploits of someone called the Sun King. I prized the map out from under the arm of the corpse. It looked like Ganon had scrawled some kind of last testament onto this map. My friends, I know that you will eventually find me, but by then it will be too late. I have decoded the tabula, and I know our destiny lies in paradise. The key to the power of God is in our hands. I die secure in the knowledge that you will now be able to complete my work. Tell my family that I died doing my duty, that I surrender my life gladly to the cause. In the light of the day, these words will fade, like our souls. But rest assured that when they do, their echoes will guide us to where we will meet once again. I'm not sure, but it looks like crafty old Ganon left a secret message in his testament. It had to be Ganon, in which case the body had been there for decades. There was a bullet hole in the side of his head. Just like us, he'd been trapped. He'd chosen suicide. It was a fedora, just like the one in Ganon's trunk back at the Castel. The years hadn't been kind to it. I picked up the old gun. It was too corroded and rusty to ever be fired again. Nico!
What?
Is this what I think it is? It must be the Tabula Veritatis.
So Genon did find it.
It's so small, so innocent looking. Why would Simeon call it evil? Why so many deaths for this?
And why go to such lengths to keep it hidden?
Unless it is as genuinely dangerous as Simeon claimed.
The question now is, what do we do with it?
Ex luce veritas. Out of light, truth. I'd seen the same words on the fresco at Castel de Sens. The circle of iron was set into an ornate frame that covered the oil lamp. Oil in the bowl of the lamp fed a wick, illuminating the room with a warm glow. It was an old water canteen. The contents had long since been drunk.
Okay, I don't think there's anything more. No. I don't think there's anything more on this table.
There were ancient scratches on the plinth, as if someone had moved the statue. I'm sure that this is Mary Magdalene.
I bet it's cold in
The
there.
red robes. It all makes sense. The Madonna would be wearing blue. So, who's the child?
Well, according to the Gnostic Gospels, when Mary kissed the lips of Jesus, she,
Oh, I see.
Do you? Because I don't.
Yep.
So the Gnostics think that the suckling child is...
I guess so.
Lucifer.
I gave the statue a push, and it turned anti-clockwise. I gave the statue another shove.
He has to comment every time he does it. Huh.
According to the translation, some guy called the Sun King once had the Tabula Veritatis in his possession. The symbol on the tablets looked similar to the ones etched into the face of the Tabula Veritatis. If the translation is right, the symbol La-On represents the Sun King. If the rest of the translation is anything to go by, sounds like he was quite the badass in his time. Apparently, the symbol Ib-On-Shi meant 3 kingdoms.
Imagine if yeah, I think Amanda would leave me if I narrated everything I did. I've just opened this door. I walk inside the door. I find myself in this room. I exit the room. I go, and so on and so forth.
She translates as Mountain Kingdom. Gainan had marked this symbol with the letter B. If Gainan's translation is correct, the symbol La Ha Shi represents the Sun City region. Gainan had marked this symbol in red with the letter A.
So that's A, B, and I'm
Du A Shi apparently means the Two River region.
So it got a C on it.
Du A.
That's a D.
If Gainan's translation is correct, the symbol La Ji Shi represents the Sunset Mountain. Sounds like a theme park ride. The symbol Zhu Ha was translated as the Young Cities. Gainan had marked this symbol with the letter E. If Gainan's translation is correct, the symbol Ip Lu Ap means enemy godhouse. Probably the temple of some rival deity?
Okay.
A large carving of the Tabula Veritatis symbol. All the other figures in the scene seem to be supplicating themselves to it. The carved figure had once been green. I wondered if it was a representation of Jehovah.
I wouldn't wonder it is.
Blue paint was peeling from the carved figure. I wondered if it was an image of Lucifer. A group of figures looked up towards the tabula. They were all colored red. I'd seen something like it before. The priest was Saint Ramon. It was a castle of saints, Castel de Saints, in Catalonia. It was an old rusty pistol.
How do you know what's right and what's wrong?
Hey. What are you looking for?
I'm not sure yet, but there has to be some way of opening the door.
Laughing boy over there may beg to differ.
But George, he didn't have a woman's eye for detail.
So what's your idea for detail?
That wasn't worth trying. That would be pointless. That was never gonna happen. When I held the map up to the flame, something started to change. The writing on the map started to react to the heat. Well, I'll be darned.
What is it?
At a guess, the locations on the map might match up with the ones he's marked on this photograph. I wondered if Gainon's notes on the photograph might help me decode the tabula.
Oh, not one of these. Oh, Jesus. Oh, this is gonna take a while. The glyphs on the tabula veritatis are displayed across. Alright. Time for our brains to help each other, Daniel. Are displayed across the top of the screen. Select a glyph, then choose what you believe to be the correct translation from the words on the right hand side. There are 36 words to choose from in 3 sets of 12. A button allows you to cycle between each set. Gainon managed to translate the glyphs on the clay tablet, which are in the same language as those on the tabula veritatis. The translations are shown at the bottom of the screen. You have all you need to translate the glyphs carved into the tabula veritatis. Easy. Select the glyph first, then select what you think it means. Ah, yeah. Obvious. I'm going to read that one more time. The glyphs on the tabula veritatis are displayed across the top of the screen. Select a glyph, then choose what you believe to be the correct translation from the words on the right hand side. There are 36 words to choose from in 3 sets of 12. A button allows you to cycle between each set. Gainon managed to translate the glyphs on the clay tablet, which are in the same language as those on the tabula veritatis. The translations are shown at the bottom of the screen. You have all you need to translate the glyphs carved into the tabula veritatis.
Yeah,
Hang on. What?
I've got burgers and fat chips and veg.
Okay.
I'd like you to sit it up, please.
We got a hose pipe ban. We can't use the hose pipe. We can't use the hose pipe.
It won't matter.
It will if someone catches us.
Oh, for long at this hour. Oh, not cool anyway. Don't bloody hot. I'll get a towel for you to wipe bottom with.
Alright, Daniel. Your first look. What do you see? What? Just out of interest, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, north, south, east, west, begin. End, sun, moon, goat, sun city, mountain kingdom, sunset mountain, young city, two river region, lake, source, volcano. Wady, day, week, travel, swim, garden, friend, fear, desert, river, horse, red. That to me looks like a sun. Sun or star, maybe. I was going to say sun. I think that's a sun. What does E say over there? Hang on, what does that say? Young cities. Young cities. Ah. I have to admit the telegram I did was a lot easier than this. A hell of a lot easier. If that's the sun, then that there, it must be the moon. Oh, Jesus. Four victories. So that there represents... Wait, that there represents 4. So I would say that represents that. 4. Blood. Have we got the word blood? Because isn't there 2 of it? Yeah, there's 2. That's blood. That would be volcano. How do you tell if you have gotten any of them right? This feels like you need a pen and paper to jot it down. I can't answer that. I have, like I said, the telegram thing was a lot easier. I bet when people got to this bit, they just gave up. They must have done, because this is like.
If Gainan's translation is correct, the symbol La-Ha-Shi represents the Sun City region. Gainan had marked this symbol in red with the letter A. Lateral thought. Numbers are depicted with a straight vertical line with smaller horizontal lines. Think about what value each horizontal line may add
to the number. So that must be 1. Jesus Christ. Ah, for flip's sake. Fucking. I was. Sorry, I was never gonna work that out. And not in a million years would you expect me to work that out. Day.
That was the first row of symbols cracked. It was all starting to make sense.
Begin Sun City, travel 5-day East River. Travel south. Sixth day. Travel south. 6. 6th day. Desert. Desert source.
So, these are directions. Begin at Sun City, travel 5 days east to a river. Travel south 6 days, through a desert, to the source of 4 rivers. Hey, Nico! I've cracked it!
Fantastic.
The Tabula Veritatis. It's a set of directions. Take a look at this map. The inscription says to start here, at Sun City. Ganon hid the location in his map. It then says to travel 5 days east to a river, then turn south and travel 6 days through a desert to the source of 4 rivers.
And what is that?
I'm not sure, but it must be important, right?
Right. Important enough for the Gnostics to try and keep it a secret for thousands of years. And guess what? I think I may have found a way out.
You have?
Look, while you were busy playing Ancient Scholar, I found this.
What did it do?
I'm not sure.
It didn't open the door.
Perhaps we're missing something.
Must be. If Ganon died looking for a way out, there has to be more to it than just a hidden button.
Then let's keep looking.
Jesus. Sorry, Daniel, but that was gonna. I know you're probably screaming at the screen like, "Good God, Baz! Why in the world would you just take the easy option?" But that was gonna. If I know how to do it, I'm gonna. I clearly did not understand that in any way.
I gave the statue another shove. In the lost language of medieval mechanisms, that noise was the sound of disappointment, unfulfilled dreams, and sadness. Nothing had happened.
This must be pointing the wrong way. I don't even remember how this statue looked.
Nothing had happened.
No, I would have taken the hard option. I know you would have, mate. But I would have been staring at it for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours, wondering what are we doing?
Nothing had happened.
So yeah, you're probably gonna judge me for what I just did, but I did it for stream purposes.
Nothing had happened.
Okay, well this is.
I gave the statue another shove.
Why are you commenting on what?
Nothing had happened.
Okay, nothing is going to happen.
That would... I needed a bet. That would...
Well, that's one that could have been a couple of hours, a couple of days. We'd just be looking at it like.
The pillar had been carved into the shape of a tree and painted green. I knew it represented the tree of life.
We would have just been doing, what is it? Elimination or something. Is that right? No. Is that right? No. Is that right? No. Is this right? No.
The pillar had been sculpted into a tree and then painted blue. I knew it was supposed to be the Tree of Knowledge.
Why am I looking at the corpse?
Getting up close and personal to Ganon's leathery corpse wasn't pleasant, but we had to figure out how to get out of there. The circle of iron was set into an ornate frame that covered the oil lamp. The long-dead remains of a person slumped over the table with a bullet hole in his skull. Ex luce veritas. Out of light, truth.
Out of light. Ooh.
It was an old flashlight. It looked like it died around the same time as Ganon.
Exactly. I don't think there's anything more to this table. I wouldn't think. There's nothing on the floor. I've turned the statue around as many times as I can.
It didn't. Well, it seemed like a good idea.
How did it sound like a good idea at the time? It doesn't.
Not a that wouldn't.
Jesus.
It was a tiny button, so small I could hardly see it. Kudos to Nico for spotting it. That what? I needed a. I wondered if it was a representation of Jehovah. I wondered if it was a representation of Jehovah. Hey. We any closer to getting out of here?
There has to be a way to release the door. Something that Genan missed. Or something that Genan didn't know. That's right. This was a Gnostic shrine. What would the Gnostics have done?
Out of light. She's still in light. Hey, she's not in the light.
Nothing had happened. The ornate lamp warranted a closer look. Ex luce veritas. Out of light, truth. Oil in the bowl of the lamp fed a wick, illuminating the room with a warm glow. The circle of iron was set into an ornate frame that covered the oil lamp. The circle of iron
Oh, for frick's sake! What?
The medallion fitted snugly into the socket. Whoa. Would you take a look at that?
The light from the medallion is illuminating this green figure.
This could be our ticket out of here.
If you're right, that explains why Genan never got out of here. He didn't have the medallion.
Nothing had happened. I wondered if it was a representation of Jehovah.
Right, so that's done that, but can we move it? I think I've got it. I think I've got to put it in the middle.
I gave the statue another shove.
Right, okay. Okay. Right, I don't even know which way she's facing right now. No. She should be facing to the right. Okay, she's facing towards us. So she needs to be facing to the corresponding way, which is that way.
That sounded like something important happened.
Okay. Hang on. So now, take that, stick that in there, and make a move the other way. Which is to the tree.
I gave the statue another shove.
What? Why? I don't know why you do. Right. It's that way. Because it's only going 90 degrees each time. Oh, yeah.
That sounded like something important happened.
Right. And then it she's either facing towards us or she's going to be facing away from us. Now, here's hoping it doesn't reset. Bingo.
Is that the door?
Thank God. I was getting worried we'd be trapped here, just the two of us forever.
There could have been worse ways of being trapped forever.
It is the door. Come on, Georges.
Hang on. You don't want to forget this. We're going to need it. Don't leave without it. Let's just save.
Nico and I had the Tabula Veritatis at last. Now all we needed to do was to find Eva and rescue Marquez. And make our getaway.
Don't die on me now, old man.
Oh boy.
Georges, it's Langdon.
Stay back.
For the last time, where is the tabula?
You'll never find it.
It's here in this chapel, isn't it?
Just tell him, Papa.
I will tell you nothing.
Uh-oh.
Look at your daughter, senor. My man would be happy to hurt her.
I cannot let you raise Lucifer. You will bring chaos to the world.
Georges, we have to do something.
You're dying, old man. Tell me what I want to know.
You'll never find it.
George, we need to do something.
Hang on.
Looks in a bad way.
Then open windows.
George, we've got to stop Langham.
Yeah, how? It's great you saying that, Nico, but how do you
George,
stop?
We need to do something. Marquez looks in a
This.
bad way.
Tell me, old man.
In a church thing.
I'm in the...
Cannot let you raise Lucifer.
There's nothing you can do to
I
stop me
can't...
now.
No, because I've just come out of that hole.
Well, you just wrap it up.
She's such a great helper, isn't she?
We've got to stop Langham. Hurry, Charles. We need to do something quickly. Hurry, Charles. We need to do something quickly.
Langham had a gun, and I needed a plan before I stepped out of cover.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Absolutely invaluable. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
With luck, Langham wouldn't notice that the gun was useless. Hold it there, Langham.
Well, if it isn't my least favorite American. Where is the tabula?
Even if I did have it, why would I give it to you?
Because you don't have a choice.
For God's sake, shoot him, George.
Yes, go on. Shoot me, why don't you?
Don't push me.
That gun would never fire. Give me the gun before you hurt yourself.
I didn't rate my chances with just a rusty old pistol.
Now, do you have the tabula?
I don't have it. We couldn't find it.
You're lying. I promise you I will kill the old man. I ask again, do you have the tabula?
I really don't have it.
I warned you.
Oh!
Mon Dieu!
You will rot in hell.
Not hell. Quite the opposite. Now hand over the tabula, or the girl is next. So, the tabula veritatis.
Bollocks.
Thank you. The world will be a better place, George, once Jehovah has been destroyed.
What?
Lucifer will set us free.
You can't destroy Jehovah.
I can, and I will. Bring the girl. She may be of use.
Langham, no. Please.
As for you two, I admire your persistence. One of my men will be outside. If they try to follow me, shoot them.
With pleasure, boss.
Eva.
Makes me wonder if he would have done that if I had told the truth. Oh, Jesus.
Senor Marquez, I'm so sorry.
You must get the tabula back.
We don't even know where he's going.
All we know is that it's somewhere in the Middle East.
Nothing else?
There was a note, something about our destiny lies in paradise?
And we found a map. It shows the source of 4 rivers, but that's all we have.
Can it be?
You know what that means?
In Genesis, there is a river. It flows from paradise and divides into 4.
Where is this place? This paradise?
Eden is going to Eden.
The Garden of Eden? But that's just a Bible story, a myth.
No, it's a real place. It's where Jehovah created life, where Lucifer gave Eve knowledge, where the gods are held in balance.
And now Langham has the tabula to lead him right to it.
Only you can stop him. You must defeat him.
But how?
Eva, she will know.
He'd gone, but I knew he was right. We had to stop Langham.
I reckon.
And rescue
I
Edith.
reckon he would have done it whether I told him the truth or whether I lied. I don't think he would have.
Langham would have killed him anyway.
Yes.
You mustn't blame yourself.
I think that's the truth. I think he would have killed him either way. Anyway, you guys heard Amanda. We got stuff to do, so I'm gonna save it here. And thank you for joining me, Daniel, and anyone else who is in the stream. Much appreciated. And I'll see you guys in the next Baz 86 live stream. Take it easy. See you later, Daniel. Bye for now.